really enjoy marketing, growth and sales, mentoring, mindset, reset. I get called all sorts of things. What am I? I'm really somebody that helps business women to thrive. And thrive is a word that everybody uses, but actually, what is it? So this is every Thursday I come on here to talk about what thriving really is. And actually, whether it's something that's outside of you or inside of you is what I want to talk about today, because social media makes everybody's life look like they're having a fantastic time. And are they really? That's what I want to think about. I want you to think about your life, because you don't show all of your life, I'm assuming, on social media. Some of you might. And actually, what do we think when we see people in a slightly broken state on social media, or actually sharing when they were broken? There's lots of different things we see. And I wonder, as a business owner, what people know about you, what you choose to share, and what you choose to hide or keep to yourself, however you want to phrase that. What is the purpose of sharing? So you will have been on, I'm sure, lots and lots of, I don't know, free challenges, podcasts, YouTube channels, whatever, books, where all the coaches, especially marketing-based coaches, or anybody that's helping you to be more visible or grow in your business, and you can't thrive with a secret business, you can't. Well, not many people anyway. So actually you need that visibility, and they all tell you to tell your story. You've probably heard this, and I'm sure every time someone says that, you think, oh shit, I don't know. What story? How do I tell it? I don't want everybody to know that I was a depressed state, nearly took my own life, or I don't want people to know that financially at some point I didn't know how I was going to pay for the kids' uniforms, or I didn't know how I was going to eat, or actually I made a terrible decision and bought the wrong car. I don't know, whatever's gone on for you. Or actually, I don't want anyone to know my relationship's down on the floor, and actually I'm having an affair. I don't know, whatever's going on for you. It's not about sharing everything. So when I ask, what do people know about you? I'm inquiring as to what you're choosing to share and why, and actually what you could share and why, like what you could share. So if you do know me or don't know me, you'll have made an opinion and a judgment, and we all like to think we're not judgy, but we are, because our unconscious has to make a judgment call on somebody to decide whether they're safe, whether we like them, whether we want to know them, whether we want to do business with them. So we're all making these judgment calls, even though we're pretending we're not judgy. We are, subconsciously, even if not consciously. And so you will have made a decision about my life. You will have made a decision based on what you've seen, what you've heard, what someone else has said, what you, based on your own thought process, i.e. you may have an instant trust with somebody that wears glasses, because you do. You may have an opinion about somebody who wears makeup or doesn't wear makeup. You might have an opinion about someone who is larger in their body or smaller in their body, somebody who shows up more on lives or doesn't show up more. You will have made a judgment call. And can I tell you, you're living your life by your own belief system about that. So if you watch somebody on social media who does lives every day, I can think of a number of people in my world, who I've obviously got a lot in my community, and you don't like what they do, you will naturally start to think, I'm not doing a live every day. I don't want to be tarred with the same brush as her or him or them. So I want you to think about now what you could share. This is what I want to do. This will help you to thrive, because once you understand the stories and the challenges you've overcome and the patterns of your own life, and how people can relate and meet you in that place, to understand your journey, to know that actually you've been on that journey from there, and actually they might be able to do that with you. That's if you're serving a version of yourself, which most people are. Certainly most coaches, therapists, trainers are, maybe not trainers, but are serving a version of themselves that they've been. I do a lot of money mindset, because I have the worst money mindset known to man. So I would tell money mindset stories that are true, by the way. I've done the work on them so they don't come out in an emotional mess. Like I don't want to be a hot mess when I'm telling you about my journey. I might be a little bit emotional, but it's, you know, it's a bit like, you know, when you watch somebody singing, you don't want to spend the whole time watching the singing thinking, they are never going to hit that note and I'm going to feel bad for them. We want to watch the singing knowing that it's going to be an extraordinary experience when they hit the high note. And it's a bit like that when you're telling your story, whether it's in writing, on video, in person, wherever you're on stages, wherever you're doing it. So you need to have done the inner work, which is do a lot with a lot of coaches and people who want to speak for their business. Do the inner work so that actually you can tell the story. with some emotion, but not with the broken feeling that you had way back then. So you do need to do healing on what you talk about first. And then listen to how relatable that story is to what you do. So I have lots of stories. I was raped when I was 16 years old. Hear how I can just say it so clearly. I've done a lot of work on it. I don't really tell the story because it's not really relevant to my business. It's not. I don't do sex therapy. I don't do how to overcome that. I don't do rape survivor work. I've got a lot of friends and people I know that do. So if you do have that, and that even me saying that has brought something up for you, then please do the work for yourself, or even let me know and I've got people I can hand you to. But actually it's not relevant for my life. It's not relevant for my business life. So there's no point in me telling that. You might want to know it, and some of my inner circle would know it probably from other things that I've done with them. But actually the story about money mindset, the story of actually some of the shitty decisions I've made in business, and trust me, I have made some shitty decisions, which I'm not about to regale right now for you. But this is about thriving, not like nearly dying. But yes, I've had lots of stuff happened in my business that I can talk about, which helps people to understand that we're not perfect. We don't know how to run businesses until we learn it, and actually hopefully I can help you to not make some of the tragic mistakes I made. So just think now, this is your task for today, task for Thrive task, which I do in my Thrive Mastermind a lot. We do them in session. We deep dive on a lot of stuff in there, everything you can imagine from mindset, marketing, sales, strategy, and life, everything in there, very powerful, is which story in my life is most relatable to my client's journey, and how can I tell it so that they can relate to me and we can connect, because that's what it's for. That's what storytelling is for. Have a think about it. And if you don't know and you want to find out, then I'm sure you can with me. And there's lots of other coaches that do this too. But I would be delighted to help you understand your journey story and how to pick out the parts of it and how to display it, how to relay it, and how to relate it so that you are relatable to your audience. Very, very important. Anyway, and they want to get to know you. Like, you all know probably that I'm gay and I'm married to Emma and I've got 3 dogs and we live in Norfolk. And these are the things we want to know, because these are normal life things. So please let people know about your normal life. If it feels safe to do so, then please let people know about your normal life, because we relate with normal lives, not highly successful business owners all the time. We don't. We want to know the reality, hence reality TV. So just think about how your social coverage can be more reality TV, not the shitstorm, not some sort of recovery TV, but reality TV. Hope this helps. Actually thrive.